Welcome to our continuing series, Questions and Answers from the works of Sri Aurobindo and the Mother. Transformation, Part 1. From the Mother. We want an integral transformation, the transformation of the body and all its activities. But there is an absolutely indispensable first step that must be accomplished before anything else can be undertaken: the transformation of the consciousness. The starting point is, of course, the aspiration for this transformation and the will to realize it. Without that, nothing can be done. But if, in addition to the aspiration, there is an inner opening, a kind of receptivity, then one can enter into this transformed consciousness at a single stroke and maintain oneself there. This change of consciousness is abrupt, so to say. When it occurs all of a sudden, although the preparation for it may have been long and slow. I am not speaking here of a mere change in mental outlook, but of a change in the consciousness itself. It is a complete and absolute change, a revolution in the basic poise. The movement is like turning a ball inside out. To the transformed consciousness, everything appears not only new and different, but almost the reverse of what it seemed to the ordinary consciousness. In the ordinary consciousness, you advance slowly, by successive experiences, from ignorance to a very distant and often doubtful knowledge. In a transformed consciousness, your starting point is knowledge, and you proceed from knowledge to knowledge. However, this is a beginning. For the outer consciousness, the various planes and parts of the outer active being are transformed slowly and gradually as a result of the inner transformation. There is a partial change of consciousness which makes you lose all interest in things that you once found desirable. But it is a change of consciousness and not what we call the transformation. For the transformation is fundamental and absolute. It is not merely a change, but a reversal of consciousness. The being turns inside out, as it were, and takes a completely different position. In this reversed consciousness, the being stands above life and things and deals with them from there. It is at the center of everything and directs its action outwards from there. Whereas in the ordinary consciousness, the being stands outside and below. From outside, it strives to reach the center. From below, crushed by the weight of its own ignorance and blindness, it struggles desperately to rise above them. The ordinary consciousness is ignorant of what things are in reality. It sees their shell. But the true consciousness is at the center, at the heart of reality, and has the direct vision of the origin of all movements. Seated within and above, it knows the source, the cause, and effect of all things and forces. I repeat, this reversal is sudden. Something opens within you, and all at once you find yourself in a new world. The change may not be final and definitive to begin with. It sometimes requires time to settle permanently and become your normal nature. But once the change has taken place, it is there in principle, once and for all. And then, what is needed is to express it gradually in the details of practical life. The first manifestation of the transformed consciousness always seems to be abrupt. You do not feel that you are changing slowly and gradually from one state into another. You feel that you are suddenly awakened or newly born. No effort of the mind can lead you to this state, for with the mind you cannot imagine what it is, and no mental description can be adequate. Such is the starting point of all integral transformation. Bulletin, August 1950. Transformation, the goal of creation, the new world, the result of transformation. A work that has terrestrial progress as its goal cannot be started unless it has the sanction and help of the divine. It cannot endure unless there is a constant material growth which satisfies the will of nature. It cannot be destroyed prematurely except by human ill will, which then serves as an instrument of forces hostile to the divine, which are striving to delay as much as possible his manifestation and the transformation of the earth. One thing you must know and never forget. In the work of transformation, all that is true and sincere will always be kept. Only what is false and insincere will disappear. Obscurity will disappear more and more as the transformation progresses. Each one of you represents one of the difficulties that have to be surmounted for the transformation. Unless one has an endless patience and an unshakable perseverance, it is better not to start on the way of transformation. Be quiet and gather strength and force, not only to do work, but also to achieve the transformation. 28th July 1955.